Get rid of the emojis.
Hey, look who's there, Mr. AZ himself.
And Night Train.
Hey, Night Train, good morning. Is this the SFDM free zone? I'm tired of being begged. What is an SFDM?
I don't know what FSDM, SFDM.
I don't know. I haven't got a clue what SFDM. I'm not versed on that one. It's got to be good, though.
South Florida drone meetup.
Oh,
Yeah, Paul and I aren't in that at all. No.
okay. South Florida drone meet. Oh. You won't catch me there. Would like to, maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, that was quite a unique ship that went by, Paul.
Yeah, I didn't get that one. I got
Yeah.
the one before it.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought about running back to get it, but it came around the Black River at 8:30. So there's no way I could drive down there, get it, and get back here.
yeah, yeah. I told him I opted to stay here and go to the hash bash. So which ship did you get, Paul, man?
The then I tell you, Calumet.
Oh,
It's kind of a rust bucket, but it was still dark enough so the light showed, you know?
yep, yep. 'Cause that other one went through. That was
Oh,
kind of kind of
that was
baby,
a pretty one, yeah.
yeah, pretty baby blue one, or what do you want to call her?
Yeah.
No, Robin blue. Yeah, it was like it was a Dutch salty by the name on it. There's something about these.
Imagine going to load up grain.
Well, I think somebody said the other day that they're sugar beets.
Oh,
Or something.
really? Okay.
They were hauling. Yeah, they're going over to Holland or some Dutch someplace or something. Yeah. Night Train said he woke up this morning, 3 prints complete, three more started. Now I sit for 6 hours, so watching plastic melt. Hmm. So Night Train, when is South Florida drone meet? April 1st weekend, though. Just, I guess you had some nasty tornadoes last night, eh? Down around Kentucky and stuff down there.
Yeah.
3 people killed or something. But I guess, I don't know, I should go check. Apparently last night, Diane texted me here just a few minutes ago, wanted to know if I had hydro. Uh, uh, Down in Union, their transformer blew.
You've had transformers blow around there lately.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
They're not taking care of the infrastructure structure or what?
Well, they haven't got nothing posted, so it must be okay right now. I mean, it must have got it fixed. He asked me if it affected me or not, but see, it's south of me, so things come from here go south. So, yeah.
Captain Joe, good morning.
Hey, Mr. Joe. Uh,
I would imagine in nicer weather, some guys are going to be flying, but on the East Coast, the weather isn't that good.
uh,
At least I don't think. Maybe it's cleared a little bit, but
yeah. Well, she said it was during the night. They must got it fixed because they're not showing any hydro outages. So, yeah. No place. Oh, Shelburne got some hydro out. Repairing overhead line. Uh, One down by Simcoe. They got hydro out. Uh, uh,
we need to staff the ladders. But I've got some eaves troughs over here. They're just absolutely full of leaves.
yeah. You got somebody go up there and clean them for you?
No, just me.
Hmm.
Wait a second. I'll be right back, Paul.
Yeah. Oh, what's everybody up to today? Anything exciting? Tell you Sunday, I got a family Christmas get together today, so got to go to later on this afternoon. So, yeah, I'm making an extension for the leaf blowers, but they're all probably wet and soggy. What he needs is got a power washer, make a freaking wand go up and on an angle down. He could just go along and fucking blow them out from the ground. Yeah. I know some people that upstairs in this place could be well versed in how to do that. A lot younger and be able to do that kind of job and go clean the gutters out. Yeah. Hey, there you go, Night Train.
Yeah.
have 9 pieces going on 3 printers right now. Wow. This all custom work or stuff just for you there, Night Train?
I just grabbed my tenant upstairs and asked him if he'd help me with the eavesdrops. He says, no problem.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah. I just don't feel like I should be getting on a ladder.
No. Yeah. Some chip bag clips, 2 Flexi Dragons, and a Flexi Caterpillar. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's what he's making on a CD printer. Oh, to sell at craft shows. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of them going on right now.
I've got a chip flipper too, you know?
Yeah. I got ones too, but I just bought them at the dollar store, right?
Yeah, exactly. Flexi Caterpillar. Oh, that'd be popular this time of year for the kids, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
The I don't know how late Justin and Tim were on last night.
Well, I don't know. I kind of heard down to the grapevine it ended after about 15 minutes. So,
Really?
yeah, things went south apparently or something. I'm not sure. I
Wow.
wasn't there, so I don't know. Yeah. Mm,
Let me see what I can see.
uh, no, wasn't there. Don't really care. Yeah. Oh no, it said night train. Justin went for 2 hours. Then Tim did for maybe 2 more hours. Oh, okay.
Okay, so went for 4 hours.
Yeah, all together, I guess.
So it didn't shut down.
Hmm.
Maybe they reset or something.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know how some people can be on here that long.
Well, you got to remember now in Tim's case, it's the middle of the daytime down there in Australia,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's his day off.
yeah,
He doesn't have anybody else living there. He doesn't have any other entertainment. That's his entertainment, you know?
yeah. That's true. Well, what they said that EV Mux wasn't connecting phones, audio, a lot of issues last night. Oh,
Oh, well, that's that new friggin' program that they're so high on that it just, to me, is a piece of junk. But hey,
oh, whatever.
it's newer software, but that there's some people that jump on the latest and the greatest, you know, and then with that, you get all the flaws that are in that program until somebody figures it out and fixes them.
Yeah. We got a new software out now. This is the first I've heard of it, so never heard of it. Well, Night Trains is not new. It's a gamer broadcaster from way back. Oh, uh-oh, look who just slid in there. Look like he's burning his ass by sliding there. Oh, yeah. Come
Hey, JDS.
on, JDS.
Little Amalora. Hi, all you strange people.
And hi, there's strange people on the panel. His new state-of-the-art tablet is almost here. You okay there, JDS? Yeah.
Well, you getting delivery today, JDS, or is it going to be tomorrow?
Uh, probably won't be around tonight because we're going to the Hodges Christmas thing this afternoon.
Oh,
Later
is
on.
that today?
Yeah. Garth said he went.
You taking your girlfriend with you?
Yep, yeah, she's going.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, the family needs to get to know her.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Oh, Garth said he went down to Windmill Point, like to see the Presqu'île Owl Pass at 2:30 yesterday. Cool. 2 days before his tablet gets there, Paul, for JDS. Oh, I haven't checked the mail for a couple days. Okay.
There it is.
My air mail. Oh. I'll have to go check my mailbox.
There's the card.
Oh, geez, yeah, right fitting for you, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Very nice. Another part of the harem, Garth says. No, she's been around for a while now, Garth. She's been the one and only, so.
Yep. It's pretty serious, Garth.
Yeah.
So you can consider them a couple.
Yeah.
Now, whether Paul takes it any further, that's up to him. Yep. It's just kind of yucky cloudy, Paul, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. What the weather doing here? It sounded like it was raining here a while ago.
I think my squirrels are getting ready for winter. Their hair is getting big and bushy, you know?
Yeah. Well, for a rain snow mix, but expect dry conditions for the next 6 hours. So we had the rain going through last night, but there's a bit of weather over Grand Rapids right now. Look like it might hit Detroit, but it stays south of me. So 32% chance tonight, overnight 73% chance. So they call for up to 2 centimeters of snow in the next 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 centimeters, that's nothing. Light dusting. Florida has been raining there today, but she's enjoying some peace and quiet without the kids here. What the UV forecast?
Yeah. Stop chewing on your nails. You've already got your trim done.
Uh, Peter back scratching again. He was doing pretty good there for a while, so I threw him back under the water last night again. So
Did you?
yeah, well, see, last time we used that sulfur stuff, and this time I did the aloe vera shampoo. So it didn't seem to be too bad, but he was scratching a bit last night. But anyway, right back. Yeah, Pete. Yeah. So when's summer arriving? Never mind talking about winter. When's summer coming?
Well, spring starts the uh, first day of winter is the 21st of December,
Yeah.
and spring doesn't come until like March or April.
Yeah. When does the sun? When does the day start getting longer? Is it after the 21st?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, only by, seconds for the first day, and then it progresses because it's on a swing.
Yep. Wasn't that winter solstice or something?
Andrew, thank you for your thoughts, but I'm not a coffee drinker.
I need black coffee. No, I need something with flavor in it.
I do not drink coffee.
I don't know how people drink coffee black, but
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Don't like it, but what I'll do is when we clean out those eave troughs, I'll put it in a trash bag and put it out the curb because my trash is tomorrow.
In
Yeah.
Seaforth have
uh, well, let's see, they finally took that tractor out of the farm truck that was stuck inside of a building there, and they couldn't take it out for over a month till they shored the building up. They finally in Seaforth. Eh,
Why would it take that long to get it out of the building if all they got to do is drive it out?
well, because they had engineers there and everything else. They said they take the building out, tractor out, the building was going to collapse.
Well, the tractor's not going to hit the building.
Oh no, a tractor did hit the building.
Oh, in other words, they can't drag it out, so it must still be part of the building on it.
Yeah, it was holding the building up. The tractor was.
I was thinking that it was just inside a building, and the building is collapsing, but not, drive the friggin' tractor out.
Yeah. It was October the 15th. It happened. So it's been a month almost. Well, 3 weeks.
Mark White, how you doing, Mark?
It's going to cost a pretty penny to fix that building and everything. Took up the whole corner of the building.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you some raw footage from this morning.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it there, Laura.
Can you see that, Paul?
Yep. Can now. The Calumet, Calumet,
Yeah, you met.
the Calumet. Yeah, she's kind of a bit of a rough looking thing, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a rust bucket, but
Yeah.
must do the job.
Yep. Well, keep using as long as they can, I guess, 'cause a lot of those seem like some of those older ships, they've been retiring them lately.
Yeah, scrapping them.
Yeah. Probably that's why they're not spending any money on paint or anything. Because imagine it costs a lot of money to paint something like that. Time you sandblast them and
Well, the paint alone is $300 a gallon.
yeah, yeah,
Because of the environmental.
yeah.
But yet, up and down the lakes and everything, everybody's got a straight pipe going out into the lake, dumping all their sewage, you know?
Yep. But the thing is, it may not be just the cost of the paint, but it might be the cost of dry docking it, everything else, and
Oh,
sand.
yeah. Yep.
That's
Oh, I bet in order to paint that ship, it'd be $1 million. Or the better part of $1 million.
or more. I wouldn't doubt it'd be even more than that. Just to dry dock that thing would be a. Yeah. Yeah, the funny thing there, Night Train, you're saying oil-based paint. I use it all the time. We still got a few cans left yet, but can't buy it anymore. You get acrylic-based paint, but with my signposts, I need the durability. So latex just don't give it to you. I think I still got about 6 or 7, 8 cans of oil paint yet left. Like they're saying those storms that went through down around Tennessee, 6 people dead and nearly 2 dozen people injured now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those tornadoes through.
Ron Fish and sent to you and Scott. Hi, Paul. Can we get the sign down at 12 cider mill at your convenience?
I didn't stay up long. Mm-mm. November 2nd.
You put it up on November the 2nd?
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't think it's sold. Maybe it cut.
Or they take the sign down if they have an offer, right?
Huh?
In other words, if somebody puts in an offer, they take the sign down immediately, don't they?
Nope. No, they usually leave it up till it's sold, but they're not selling that fast. 8 days? Nope. Not gonna happen. And he's calling me on texting me on a Sunday. Something wrong. Because see what happens, they might have had an offer in on a house they wanted, might have been unconditional on like on another house. And
They
I
got
through.
declined.
Yeah, probably.
So
Yeah.
it was one kind of a this didn't happen, so this won't happen, so that's not for sale.
Yeah, so they'll take it down, take it off the market. 8 days, yeah, that's not very long. They didn't sell it that quick. Well, I took 2 down on Friday. The listing just ran out. They're not moving, eh? Houses aren't moving right now.
Mr. Skyfly, good morning. Good morning.
Usually they do, but not all the time there, Andrew. Like I said, if the listing runs out, like, 3 months or 2 months, whatever the deal was, or on conditions, conditional sales and stuff, yeah. Because somebody sees a house they want, but it might be on the condition that they sell their house. But meanwhile, somebody else came along and said, no, I'll give you, cash, or I get the money for that house. Then they lose it, so then they take their house off the market.
Paul, now you get paid on the front end for both the installation and removal, right?
Yep. Doesn't matter to me if it sells or not. I still get paid because I've already did my job. Yep. It don't matter to me if it sells or not. I think about I just put in the invoice for that on Fridays. Not just that one sign, but for the last month. So yeah, they won't even be billed up for it, but it's okay. They'll pay me for it. I'm not worried about that.
Now, when you bill them, okay, so let's say you just billed them, right?
Yep. Well, I bill them month to month.
How long before they pay you?
Most of them in a day or two. But now I'll tell you last week there, I was sitting there doing invoices. All of a sudden I got an email and I already got paid and I wasn't even done the invoice yet.
Wow.
Like, I wasn't done doing them all, but I'd send them out. Shit. No time to, I mean, it wasn't a big number, that one, but no, Christ, I got paid even before I'm done finishing all the invoices. Because I'll do up an invoice, send it, do up an invoice, send it. Like, but see.
And you send it, just so everybody knows, he sends it electronically. It's not like it's doing an invoice in the mail.
And they e-transfer me the money now. So I don't have to, like before, I used to get everything used to come in on a fax line. Then I had to do up all the invoices, and then I had to mail them out or deliver them. And then, it would be another couple of weeks before I got a check back in the mail. Because a lot of them will pay me same day. Now, as soon as they get the invoice, they check it over and they fucking send, and it comes right back to me right away. It's so much easier now doing my invoicing. Because see, right in my invoicing software is all their information. So I do up an invoice and at the top, click email it because it's already listed who it is. And boom, gone. And a short time later, boom, come back and I got my money. Like I said, sometimes the same day or maybe 2 days or 3 days later, but I usually get them pretty quick. Like usually, now I had a few people pay me already, but Monday I'll get a few more because they'll do them over the weekend, right?
Sure.
So whatever. Yeah. Actually, I use QuickBooks is what I use for my software. So oh, somebody's looking for a peregrine falcon this morning, looking around.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking around all over the bridge and stuff this morning. Oh, they see look like they're getting a little bit closer to finishing that other bridge down in Detroit.
They've been at that now for what, 7, 8 years, 10 years?
No, they haven't been that long. No. About 4 years, I think. You said there was a lot of planning and negotiating and everything.
Well, I know they at first they had problems with people didn't want to move.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a lot of years in the making, but as far as construction itself, no, hasn't been that long, 3 or 4 years. But I mean, there's
Did you see where some of those Palestinian idiots got up on top of one of the New York bridges and burned and set a Israeli flag on fire?
oh, it's nothing surprises me.
Bunch of idiots. You know, to me, I think people are restrained because, you know, if I saw somebody doing that on top of the bridge up here, I'd be tempted to go down there with a rifle and shoot them right off the just boom.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, you can't, even in different cultures right now, but, you know, you can't put down blacks or other ethnic groups or whatever. You can't do it. It's illegal. Okay. But it comes to Israel. Oh, yeah, you can annihilate them all. You know, I just, it's okay. For, you know, yeah, I don't know.
Well, see, there's some people that have businesses in New York and in different places, and they're just causing havoc.
Yeah. And I heard, I don't know how much it's true, but I heard that Israel runs a lot of hospitals in the U.S. So,
Well, I think they have a lot of nurses are is Israeli,
yeah,
you know, connections.
yeah, yeah. Well, that one hospital, that Danny Thomas, he was in Israel. He was a Jew.
Yep.
So,
Hey, here comes Captain Joe.
yep, he's coming in to save us.
Coming in to save you.
Yeah.
I was on Johnny's stream. I was stuck over there.
Oh.
What's new going on over there? Anything? Or just the
Nothing really.
usual?
We got a baptism this morning at 11:30.
Ah,
My granddaughter,
Oh, wow.
and I haven't been in a Catholic church about 20 years. I've kind of pulled away from the Catholic Church and I went more to Christian side.
Yeah.
And and I don't agree with a lot of it. It's my personal thing.
Yep, yep.
And I you know, and my daughter called me and said, "Are you coming to it?"
Yeah.
Yes, and I said, "I'm gonna be there."
Yeah.
You know, but I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
But it's just like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get that way. You know.
Yeah. Well, they put a ban on me from attending any churches here in Ontario. So, because you have to bring in a construction crew there to shore up the ceiling, keep it from caving in if I walked in.
no, you
No, my
haven't.
son-
You haven't been barred from church. Oh,
Well, my son Justin, he's going to be the godfather, and he wasn't even confirmed. My daughter was the only one confirmed. My other son, the Marine Corps, he wasn't confirmed through the Catholic Church. So before they let him be godfather, they had to get confirmed. So he did that about a month ago.
Uh,
They fast tracked him through.
See that's the kind of nonsense that just is nonsensical.
You see, and I'm going to say it just like I'm going to say it. Baptism is a confirmation to acknowledgement of being a Christian and accepting Jesus.
Yep.
Lily will not understand why she's being baptized, so why do it as a baby?
Yep.
So that's where I go.
The yeah, the whole thing is, I look at Christianity as a whole.
Mhm.
You got Baptists, you got Methodists, you got Lutherans, you got Catholics. They're just different of the whole the whole part. But there's people that are just so been preached to and their mind that doesn't get the whole thing,
And in the Catholic Church, I'm not knocking them. It's a tradition. That's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all my brother and I. We can't even talk about it because if I say it, he starts getting violent about it.
Oh yeah.
And I told him, I said, all I'm telling you, I gave him a Bible one time, and he looked at me and said, "Is it a Catholic Bible?" And I said, "Go get your Catholic. You got a Catholic Bible?" He says, "Yes." I said, "Go get it. Bring it over here. Let's go in John and read." I said, "The words are the same."
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Well, they have more books in the Catholic Bible. I said, right. I said, those are the ones that weren't sanctioned by the King James. I said, those that say King James is perfect. So it was just. But that's a topic that you could get a fight out of a topic like that.
I don't mean to be cruel, but a lot of religions, that's why there's so many wars or fights. It's over religion. Ideologies and everything else.
And I grew up Catholic. I went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
I think I was in third grade, and my mother made me a hamburger for lunch, and it was on a Friday. And I was eating a hamburger, and one of the nuns saw it, and she told me I had to go see the bishop because I ate meat on a Friday. I'm in third grade, right? So they tell me I got to see the bishop. So I went and saw the bishop. Bishop's eating a steak. And I looked over and I said, "Well, why are you eating a steak? And I can't eat a hamburger." And I got suspended in third grade. My dad went in there and pulled me out of school.
Yeah.
I wound up going back to the school, because it was the best school in the area. But it was like, oh.
Well, how did you keep your mouth shut in the classroom when you went back there to say, you sent me to go see the bishop? I wouldn't have just told the nun. I'd have told everybody.
Well,
and he was
I
eating
didn't
a
go back to
steak.
that classroom for about 10 days.
Yeah.
I was out of that school for 10 days. So by the time I got back, everybody was glad to see me back, all my friends. So that was good.
Yep.
Hey, good morning, Bill from Newfound Drone Productions or Atlantic Adventure.
But my daughter said, it's going to be after the 11:30 mass. I said, okay, I'll show up about 12:30.
Yes.
Because it's about an hour for the mass. I get there about 12:15 or something.
Yeah.
Come walk in, stand in the back, and when they baptize, I'll go walk up there and.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna have to do the kneel down before you go approach, right?
I'm not gonna do the kneel down anyway.
Yeah.
It's like I'll go in there, and I'm not saying I'm being belligerent about. I'll be the reverence is still a church. I'm gonna go in there because let's go back a little further. I was actually a Eucharistic minister with the Catholic Church. So I saw that other side.
Yeah.
And I saw the tradition of the other side. I did that for 10, 11 years. And then I started getting into the Christianity side. and seeing the difference and seeing what wasn't needed for salvation and all of this.
Mm.
And then it pulled me away.
Mm.
But we were doing it when I was in the Marine Corps. I was Eucharistic minister there too, and it was at Paris Island, and we were doing specialized services at one of the priests' house, where what we were doing is bringing the families in. It was just in the living room, just a little mass, and all of this, and we were doing the communion. And Father Kelly looks over at me, and we had Big Kelly and Little Kelly. It was the older guy and the younger guy. The younger guy looks at me and says, "Can you be the minister, the Eucharistic minister?" I said, "Sure." So we're going through it and everything, and I'm preparing everything, getting everything for him, and pour the Sabarim with wine and get everything right. And we passing the wine around. Everybody's taking a little sip of the wine and everything, and we've got it thing holds about 6 ounces of wine, and we probably had 4.5 ounces left. And I handed, and he's supposed to drink it. Whatever's left, he's got to drink. And he gets it. I hand it to him. He gets it, takes a sip, hands it back to me. And I just looked at him. He didn't like sacramental wine. So now I've got to drink this. So I got about 4 ounces of wine. I started to drink, and I drank it down. We cleaned it all up. And we're sitting there, and when Mass was all over, my wife looks over at me and she goes, "You got a buzz going, don't you?" I said, "Mm-hmm. I'm buzzing."
Hey.
That sucker had me buzzing.
Mm.
Yep. There's so much good in tradition, and there's so much that is not good in tradition.
But the ironic part about the whole thing is my kids, as they grew up, I'd pull the Bible out and we'd read the Bible.
Yeah.
And I worked at a Christian bookstore for a while, and I used to give them a lot of different Christian items and Bibles and things like this for their age level. And one year, my daughter looks at me and she goes, "Dad, for Christmas this year, can we get something other than Christian stuff?" And I went, "No." I said, "I'll get you something else, but you're getting a Christian thing also." So the ironic part about the whole thing is like now the kids are older, and I think Justin was sitting here one day, and all of a sudden he started quoting the Bible. I just looked at him. So it's sunk in.
Yeah.
The seeds were there.
Yeah.
So, Paul, what are you up to today?
Well, I got the Hodges Christmas party this afternoon.
Well, it's a big day at Queen's Park. Ontario's acting auditor.
Oh,
Yeah, I got to get up on a ladder.
Oh, after the baptism, we go into a place called Chimes to eat.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not eating now because I'm gonna hurt my feelings when I get there.
Yeah.
Because they have a barbecue called a barbecue. It's a New Orleans barbecue shrimp po' boy. It's got Swiss cheese. It's got shrimp that's grilled and sautéed with a sauce. It's like a Worcestershire sauce and different garlics and everything. And it's on this bread with, oh, geez. That's usually what I get when I go there.
Well, I don't know very, very many places of that anymore, but you know, these open buffet places, there used to be
Mhm.
70s and 80s and 90s. Man, that you could, if you went in there, you came out just waddling stuff, you know?
They still have a few. Golden Corral is one that's still there. I saw a couple of them when we were going up north, up to North Louisiana.
Yeah, we
saw a
had
few
one
of 'em
here
on
in
site.
town, but it's closed.
But we've got, if you go to Bush, which is about about 25 miles from here, they have a seafood buffet. And it costs you like about $38 to eat,
Wow.
but they have everything on there from grilled fish to fried fish to fried oysters to raw oysters, shrimp, boiled shrimp, breaded shrimp, and it's all you can eat. And it crabs, the whole thing. And it will hurt you because you want to get your $38 worth. So you eat 2 or 3 plates of it. And then you talk about waddling out. They got to roll you out.
Yep.
But I had an incident yesterday with the Air 2S.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I flew the Air 2S yesterday. Like I said, I wasn't having a gimbal issue. Flew it, the first battery, everything's perfect. No problem at all. Second battery, about halfway into it, I started having a gimbal warning again. So I said, okay, let's just let it settle down, and it goes away. So I did that third battery I put in. I fly maybe about 1,200 feet from me. And all of a sudden I turn back around and I'll do a screen recording because the third battery was one of them that was starting to swell. So I wanted to do a screen recording just in case that thing went down, just to have it. And so I'm over water, so I wasn't as worried about where it was. But I turned around and I'm looking at my screen recording, and all of the city, all the houses and all of this on one half of the screen is crazy looking. It's all discombobulated. It's they got lines in it. It looks like when you look at a camera and set for overexposure, how it shows the lines in it. I had this all over the thing. So I went into the settings and I didn't have it set for overexposure warnings, anything. Have no idea why it was doing this. And then all of a sudden, 4 minutes into it, it started working right.
Huh.
So it had to be a transmission problem somewhere, but I was getting a gimbal warning at the same time.
Wow.
So I'm wondering if there's something going on electronically with that drone.
All right.
Which one is
But
it?
I actually did Air 2S.
Yeah.
So I actually put the screen recording on my website and I put it out there. Anybody has a clue, let me know. You know?
Yeah. Huh.
But I mean, it was one point, actually one point looks pretty psychedelic, it's pretty cool.
But it's not supposed to do that.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to do it at all. And like I said, once I brought it out of it was like I said, about 1,100 feet from me, which could have been a transmission problem.
Yeah.
And I got it back right in front of me. I was still having a little bit of issue because you could see it on the ground when it was right in front of me. And I turned it, and then I turned it back, and all of a sudden everything was clear.
That's
It
weird.
just didn't make sense at all. But I had maybe 28, 10 to 15. I do about a 15-second clip and then put them together.
Yeah.
The most I'll do on a clip is maybe 20 seconds
Yeah.
because it's easier to not to throw away the bad stuff that way.
Yeah.
And I had about 18, 19 clips like that yesterday. And I've got one of them where you'll see in the video where I'm coming across a boat area and it's a red building. And that's perfect. When I was doing a yaw coming around to it and a little to the left, I had all kind of jello. So I had to throw that piece out. And you could, and at the end of it, I had more, the longer I flew the drone, the more gimbal problems I was having. So I'm wondering is when it starts warming up, if that's what it is.
Huh?
So I got to make a decision.
It's like
Do I want to send it back?
Like it's overheating or something, or?
Well, it's not showing me anything overheating, but maybe the gimbal is,
Yeah.
maybe the gimbal motor.
I'd
Barkley told me that
I'd
one
send
time.
it back in because obviously, you talked about, well, I just sell it the way it is or whatever, but aren't you kind of curious what the hell's the matter with it?
Yeah, but the thing is this, do I want to, yeah, you can see it. That's what I was getting. Is that crazy or what?
Yeah.
Like it's shaking.
Yeah, that's the jello.
Yeah.
look at the buildings, and when you move it up a little bit, you get
Wow.
when it starts coming back, you'll see I love the way it looks with the boats.
And is that a new SD card?
That's the same one I've always used.
Well, I bet
And
you
the
got a
SD
bad SD card, would be my opinion.
No, wait. That's the screen recording.
That's
The
great.
recording in the drone was perfect.
Okay.
But look at these buildings and look at this. I mean, I think it's kind of cool looking at that.
Different, isn't it? You know?
But look, it picked up all these buildings and it like it couldn't focus on them or tell me what it was.
But look at that, the way it's stacked on the right-hand side, though.
Yeah, I know that's all
Like a
trees.
wall.
That's what I was looking at that and I said, well, I'm telling you what, I'm glad I'm not watching this while I'm drinking. I'd be pouring that
Look
stuff
over
out.
here to the far left, right here, right on the far left in the middle of the screen. Looks almost
And then you got this building right over here. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Is that crazy or what?
That is weird, eh? Wow.
And then when you get to 4:34, like around 4 minutes,
Okay.
right around there, you'll see it where I'm at. You can see the ground still got it, right?
Yeah.
It's still in the ground. And I brought it here, and then you'll see me turn it, and then all of a sudden it starts working. So
Well,
it's
yeah.
like,
You might want to send a copy that right there to DJI and say, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
and it may say it was because of the gimbal overload.
Gimbal motor overload.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
why would
watch.
the gimbal motor cause it to?
Now when I turn it back, watch the difference. What made the difference in? It doesn't make sense. Now it was fine.
But
'Cause
that's still,
I checked the settings and everything, and settings were good.
well, right there, it's still not clear, though.
No,
'Cause look at yourself. You can see it still jiggling back and forth, right?
right.
Straight down, it's not jiggling.
See, I went to check in all my settings
Now,
Oh,
there,
then
to
you
make sure I
came
didn't have
up.
something set.
now that's clear. That's there. That's
Yeah.
better. Huh.
It could be just as simple as the cable on the gimbal.
It could be.
Huh.
You know, it's crazy because then I was going to land it, and I just went ahead and did a droney with it, and the droney didn't turn out bad.
Huh.
The droney had a little jello in it, but here's where I did the droney. It had a little jello in it, and I actually didn't use this one. I used the one earlier, but it didn't give me all that crazy look anymore.
Well, but you look right here. That line right here, that's still all fuzzy.
Still fuzzy, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be also because that's the screen recording, and whatever that transmission is.
Yeah, like right here and yeah, up here. Could be, I don't know. It just still doesn't look right. There's some stuff around here that looks really good, but there's some stuff right along here that's still not looking right.
Yeah. So
Like,
I
look
got
at
the
you.
screen recording to
Yeah.
show them, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Have you tried it since?
No.
But here,
But-
line now is nice and clear. Hang on.
Yeah.
Still a little fuzzy right there where you're going down your leg. That was still fuzzy. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, okay. Well,
That's something to talk about.
yeah.
Night
But
Train
that
says
was-
it could be some debris in the gimbal, but I don't know.
I've blown it out. I've actually used a piece of dental floss and put dental floss all through it to clean it up.
Yeah.
And it's just, it started. maybe, I'll see, I bought it from somebody and I had it for maybe 4 months before I got the first gimbal warning, and it
Yeah.
never hit anything. So I have no idea unless it was just going bad.
Well,
That's what I think.
Joe, do you see what Jonathan wrote in there?
Yeah, pretty
I
well.
didn't see it.
Everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I had free well filters on them, so maybe the free well filters tore it up.
Yeah. I'd be trying a couple other different things. To see if it's still.
I'd be flying it without any filters on it and see what it does.
Well, I didn't have any filters on that one. There was no filters on it the last 4 flights.
Okay, all right.
I just hate to send it to DJI because I don't know what it's going to cost.
Yeah.
It could be as little as a couple of hundred, or it could be they want 300 or 400. And I don't want to pay 300 or 400 to fix it.
Yeah.
If it was a new drone, I could see it maybe because
Yeah.
I'd have refresh on it. I've actually got insurance on that drone through my homeowners, so I'm wondering if they'll pay for the repair.
There you
Yeah.
go. Call them and ask them.
I'll ask them tomorrow because if they'll pay for the repair,
Anything
I'll
I've
find out.
seen that, like if you send a drone to a store or say where you bought the drone, their repair costs are very high. But if people send it directly to DJI, their repairs are usually pretty cheap.
Pretty inexpensive. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah,
cheap.
and believe me, I like the Air 2S. That's the thing.
That's my go-to drone.
Yeah, I like it because it's easy enough. I mean, I just like it. It's just beautiful. That picture didn't show justice. The video that I put out of that flight shows the justice of what the content looked like.
Mm.
Because I mean, it was awesome. The pictures and the video that came out of it. I had a few areas I had to get rid of because of a little jiggle. But
Jonathan said he told us about it, and I kind of remember.
yeah, I remember that. That's when I took the free will off of it and tried it.
Yeah.
And the next flight was perfect. I never had an issue. So I'm thinking that maybe those filters being on it, because I put a free will on it when I first got it from the guy. And I'm thinking flying that one with those filters all the time probably did something to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. TAZ said the same thing, what I did.
Yeah.
Now, they don't charge you too much. They send it directly to DJI. They're pretty cheap for.
I might just send it in and tell them, give me an estimate on it. Tell me what it cost.
Well, that's the thing is they don't charge you to tell you what's wrong with it.
Ron
Right.
Fish said to the group, taking it
And
off
you
the
never know.
going to be relishing in the new year sometime.
They may look at it and send me a brand new one.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
yeah, because they may want to study it.
Hey, Paul, I just got a response back from that agent,
Yeah.
and they're just taking the house off the market for Christmas.
Just for Christmas. They don't want anybody going through the house at Christmas time.
Yeah, they're going to relist it in the new year.
Wow.
Then I left yesterday. I left the that little area I was at, and I was going to go to the lighthouse, and I wanted to go look at that tugboat real good with the Avata, but
Yeah.
because Johnny and I want to fly through it, but there's wires hanging. I want to see how many wires, and I want to be able to hover in there to look.
Yeah.
So as I was going to turn that way, I noticed the wind was really picking up. So I said, I'm not going out to the lake with it. So they had a little playground that had Christmas decorations in it. So I stopped there and flew 3 batteries over there.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I was at the most, I was maybe 4 feet off the ground, a couple of points. And the wind was starting to blow so bad that Avata, you could hear it screeching, and it was pulling, trying, the wind was pushing it and everything all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I flew a ship last day, yesterday, and the wind was whipping so hard that when I came around the ship, it actually dropped 50 feet because of the wind. you know?
Well, I've got one, I'm gonna go look at this one little, I was going through, they had a walkway. It was all the lights with the Santa Claus stuff and all of this. And I went through it and it had a pavilion I was getting ready to go through, but I couldn't tell what was there. And I said,
Guy
that might be
wires, yeah.
something. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell what it was. So I made a turn, and when I made it, I was working with the sticks. I made a turn and I went up and I went over it. And I must have got to maybe about 40 feet. And I'm telling you, I almost lost the Avata because at 40 feet, the winds were so much stronger.
Yep.
And that thing, I looked up at it. I looked up like that, and I was spinning around. And I had to bring it back down to where it stopped spinning. And it was just, wow.
See, I get that situation. You know, the Blue Water Bridge is right here.
Yeah.
The wind whips through there, and it's like you might be doing just fine, but you get close to in the middle of the bridge, and it starts.
Like turbulent.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I went back through that little pavilion they had because it was all decorated. They had a Christmas tree in it, and they had two big main doors. So I went through the two main areas. And I came back through the other side and I went through two of the windows. And when I got in there, inside there, it must have been like a little funnel because you could see the difference as the drone came through and it started to pick up.
Yeah.
So it was catching those drifts up in there. But that was a fun little flight. I had fun with it because I buzzed the Christmas decorations and I've got it to put on there. It says Christmas decorations for the ripping. And I kind of ripped them, and they had a family out there, two kids and a mom. And every time, and you could see them in one of the spots. I was going to go down the sidewalk, but they were standing on the sidewalk, so I went around them. And he turns around and started waving at the drone and all of this. But I left it in there because they were all talking about it. They came over and asked me about it. So I said, well, I'm going to put it out sometime tomorrow, and I left them in there so they'll be in it. They'll get to tell their friends.
Yep.
But it was fun. It was fun just to fly like that. And Johnny and I might be going tomorrow out by the tugboat. If the winds are not crazy out there, like right now, I'm looking out my window, and the trees are just moving. It's like, but we've got a cold front coming through in New Orleans. It's got 38-mile-an-hour winds, gusts. So we should be probably in about the 15 to 20 gusts.
Fly with caution. Yep. It doesn't mean if you do it, you'll get away with it, but it also doesn't mean that if you do it.
Oh, you're right. Well, Hot Rod, every time he sees us flying around a tugboat, he says, go through the tugboat, you know? And I told him, I said, you need to really take a look at that tugboat. When you get to where the pilot house is, it's leaning. So you gotta come in underneath it and come up a little bit.
Yep.
You do have a couple of gaps that the Bovada's like 1/4 the size. So you got room. But there's also, when you get in there, they got wires hanging from the top.
Yep.
And I'm not going to, like Johnny said, well, the water's not that deep. We could walk out there. No. I'm not going out there. I'm not walking it. If it hit one of them wires and landed in that tugboat, I bet you I'd be walking out there.
Well, everybody, I think I'm going to call it.
Yep.
Well, I should see you later.
Yep. Paul will not be joining us tonight. He's got a Christmas party, family Christmas party, and he's taking the little lady with him.
You bet, to a family Christmas party. It's just to get together. So
yeah.
Now,
when you take Sheila, just remember, she's meeting the family for the first time.
Oh no! Everybody, no. She's known.
Well, but this might be the time she's gonna start carrying the toothbrush.
They like her, Joe, better than they like Paul.
Yeah, you're gonna get rid of me and keep her. Yeah.
So if you pick her up and she's got a little suitcase, you're in trouble.
Okay, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. I will see you tonight. Paul won't be in until tomorrow. So
yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
And Joe, take care. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, and
take care.
probably Monday night, I'm not going to be here either. I got invited out for supper to Sheila's place for supper.
Oh, see, there you go.
Uh-oh. Oh,
The,
there we
the,
go.
the, the no
Let's see.
family.
How
Family
many
is-
days?
Yeah, her
How many
family.
days? What size ring?
What size ring? Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming.
We'll see ya. Bye.
See you
for
guys.
now.
Later.
Have a good one.